So, this is lecture 2 where we will be discussing some topics related with Boolean arithmetic. At the same time, we will be looking into some fundamental gates and all. Okay. In this session, we will be looking into these two components, apart from which you will be doing up one exercise in the virtual lab platform. So, that part also we will see in this lecture. Here, what is basically arithmetic is basically some fundamental operation related with math. Okay, that part like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, so division part it's not required for your end, but division I'll skip. At the same time, we'll be looking into some logical gates and their respective truth tables. Okay, what is a truth table and all? I'll just explain you. This is a very important topic where this stands an important input for your combinational segments, combinational gates and all. Okay. So, logic gates are very fundamental thing that we will be looking up. Apart from that, we will be having implementing of some logic functions and some of the products, all the canonical forms we will be looking in today's lecture. Maybe we can continue this canonical form in the upcoming lecture also. So, till here we can have it today, including the laboratory session. So, do not miss this, just to have a keen observation like how this logic gates and binary arithmetics and all can be implemented. So, we already know what is an arithmetic. So, there are certain rules for a binary addition. You take a binary addition, there are certain rules. Okay. The very first rule is summation of 0 and 0 would be 0. Okay. So, sir, why you are telling that's a very fundamental thing? No. Okay. So, till this thing you don't differentiate what is an arithmetic addition and a fundamental like normal numerical addition. Apart from this thing, you have some other additional thing in subtraction also, that I will let you know. And 0 plus 1 would be 1, that is logic 1. Make sure that it is logic 1, right. So, that is logic 1. At the same time, 1 plus 0 would be logic 1. Okay. Here you have 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. But what is the like binary equivalent for numerical 2, because 1 plus 1 is equal to, in numerics it is 2, right. So, what is its equivalent binary thing? 1 0, isn't it? Are you getting it? It is 0 1 is for 1, 0 0 is for 0, but for 2 it is 1 0. So, the same thing it has been performed here. So, 1 plus 1 would be equivalent to 2. So, that is being represented as 0 with a carry of 1. Similarly, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equivalent to numerical 3, that is represented as 1 and 1. So, numerical 3 would be 1 and 1, isn't it? So, with 1 as carry it is being represented. So, generally the carry will be the leftmost digit. Okay. Leftmost digit is carry, you should not consider that. So, this carry in case of additions and all it will be carried forward. Okay. So, let us start some examples with binary addition and all. So, can you please summate these two things? 1 plus 1 would be, as I said, it is 1 0. Okay. At the same time 0 1 1, we got two more ones here. So, that will become 1 0. This thing will be equivalent to 1 here. At the same time 1 plus 1 is 1 0. Okay. Let us realize this. Clear? Okay. This is how you perform binary addition. Let us solve something here. Can you solve this and tell me the answer? So, here it is 1 plus 0, that would be 1, 1 plus 0, that will be 1, 1 plus 1, we got a 0 with a carry of 1 here. At the same time here there are two more ones, that will become 0 here with a carry of 1. So, this is 3 actually. So, that is binary equivalent is 1 1, right. So, do not call it as 11 or do not call it as something else, it is 1 1 only. So, the summation of these two things is this one. Can you please solve this one more example? Please let me know the answer. What is the value?
1 1 0 1.
Just a second. It is 1 here. Okay. So, always count it from the right side. Okay. So, from this right to left we have to move while we are doing the addition in case of binary. So, this is 1 here. Apart from that, the next significant bit, okay, of the order 2 is 1 here, of the order 3 it is 1 and 1 here, okay, it is again 1 and 1 here, okay, we got 1 1 here. Am I correct? Double 1 double 1 double 1. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you perform addition. Addition is the most simplest thing in a binary thing. Okay. So let us start with binary addition of its equivalent numerical values. Can you do this? Can you do this? What is 9? What is 9? Can you tell what is the value for 9? Numeric to binary conversion. Last class we have done it, right? What is the value?
1001.
Okay. It is 1001. What is 11's equivalent?
1011.
Am I correct? Okay, is these two numeric equivalents are correct or not? Okay, let us check whether it is equivalent to 20 while doing it. That is 1 plus 1 is 1 here, and 1 we got, sorry, 0 here, we got 1 1, that is again 0, it is 1 here, 100, 1 plus 1 is. Can you convert this into 20 and check whether it is done or not? So you just divide it by 2, 20 by 2, like that you divide and write the numerators and the reminders, so you will get the same digit. Is it correct? 20's equivalent is 11100, 11100. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Or a decimal number equivalent for the binary which I have written is 11100. So the equivalent number is correct or not?
One zero one double zero. It should come,
Exactly.
sir.
Okay, 1 1 becomes 10, that is 1 0 here, right? 10100, 10 and 100, right? Okay, let us check. Perform the additions for these numbers. Just make a note, this will be the activity for today. You have to upload it in the same next class. I'll give some assignment similar to this apart from these things. This is the activity. Can you please perform and tell me what is the addition for these binary equivalents? Convert 101 to binary, 40 to binary, and check what is the addition value and the binary significant output for these two things. One not one. How do you represent 101? 1100 101. Similarly, 40, how do you represent? 40 10 1000, right? If I am not wrong. What is its combinational value output? Right, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, then followed by 0 plus 1 is 1 again. Just check. One zero one, 0 plus 1 is 1 again, okay, followed by 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 0 plus 1, that is 1 0. So the cumulative thing is 100 01, sorry, 101. This is the value. What is its equivalent value? Can somebody tell? So the value is 100 01 101. Very simple, no? 141, right? Okay, it is always represented with base 10. This should be with base how much? 2. Okay, so the base significant is nothing but whether it is a binary or a decimal number or octal, hexadecimal or something. Similarly, you perform with these two things. Okay, binary subtraction. Okay, here binary subtraction and all is performed with 2's complement method. Okay, first of all, what is the complement? For example, you have a number 100. Okay, so the complement is represented with a small dash. This is called as 1's complement. Okay, this is called as 1's complement. When you want to perform 1's complement on 100, exactly replace 1's with zeros and zeros with 1's. That is, the output of the complement of this would be 0, 1, 1. Similarly, what is 2's complement? Complement it again. Okay, complement it again, but you have to remove this last digit. Okay, you have to remove its last digit. Complement it once again. That is again 100. So that will become 0, 0. Right? If you are planning to complement this once again, what happens? It will be the same thing. Am I correct? 100 will be 2's complement. You have to neglect this. Okay. So there is a simple rule, that is, let us assume you have a binary number. Okay, you have a binary number that has been represented as x. So x minus x is nothing but x plus of minus x. X plus of minus x. Am I correct? Okay. Using this fundamental principle, we will be following a method called as 2's complement method. After performing 2's complement method, you remove the last most significant bit or replace it with some bit and then followed by addition. Okay. In case of binary system, subtraction is nothing but 2's complement addition. Keep this thing in mind. Right, 2's complement addition. Am I clear? Okay. So first thing is, convert any given number into its equivalent binary. Perform 2's complement on the second number. Okay, 2's complement on the second number. Add both the numbers. That means if two numbers 100 and 101 is given, okay, perform 2's complement on 101. Add it to 100. That will become binary subtraction. That means what is 1's complement? 0, 1, 0. Okay. Then 2's complement is, am I clear? Remove the most significant bit, add them together. That is 100, that is 100 plus 01, that will become 101. Right? 101. Okay. Let us check how does this is being performed. So convert 2 and 8 using 2's complement method. First you convert it into 2's complement method. Right? So what is this binary? This binary equivalent for 12 is what? 1100. Add 4 significant, or it depends, like 5 significant digits also you can add, but preferably exactly double than that of its original thing. Okay. For example, here you got 4, you make it 4 zeros on the leftmost extreme. Here you got 4 digits, you make 4 digits on the leftmost extreme with zeros. Okay. Then you perform 2's complement. Simply you should not perform 2's complement because you will get the same number. Am I correct? Okay. So I will add some digits on the leftmost side, then I will perform 2's complement method. Here what I have done is, I have considered 12, okay, as the first thing. That has to be 8 has to be subtracted from 12. Okay. In this case 8 has to be performed with 2's complement. Okay. 8 has to be performed with 2's complement. That is what, in this case, this is the binary equivalent for 8. That is, when you are performing 2's complement, what happens? Exactly once you will get, right? Once you will get. When you perform 2's complement on this particular number and adding these two numbers, okay, adding these two numbers, what happens? You will get one different number. Okay, one different number. Am I clear? Any doubts in this till now? Okay. So perform 2's complement on which number? The 8. Add them together. Then what you will get? What is the 2's complement of this? This is 1's complement. Perform 1's complement. This is 1's complement. After that you perform 2's complement. Add them together. Okay. Add them together. what happens? You will get 1 digit. Okay. So, this complete digit, when you are adding 8 and its equivalent number, okay, this is for what? This is for 1's complement, then this is for 2's complement. 2's complement, what you got? You got this number. Okay. When you perform 2's complement and adding together, you will get 1 digit, that is actually the subtraction. 8 minus 12 minus 8 would be 4, isn't it? What is the 4's equivalent? 3 is 11, 4 is, or 1 1, 4 is 100. So, this is the output. Is this thing clear? Any doubts in this till now? Okay. So, when you are solving a live example, then you will easily understand. Try 6 and 4, 6 minus 10, that is equivalent to minus 4. Which one is larger? 10 is the larger thing. When you are doing it, you will get a negative sign. How will you do in case of a binary subtraction? Okay. Convert this first to binary, this also to binary. Okay. Then perform 1's complement on 10, that is 1 0. Okay. What you will get? 1 0 1 0, you got 4 digits, convert them to 1's complement. When you are adding 1 to it, what happens? Whatever the output, the leftmost significant output you have to remove, right? Leftmost significant bit you have to remove, right? But this thing is ending with a negative one, right? What is the value out of 6 minus 10 would be 4, isn't it? Sorry, minus 4. So, this minus 4, how will you represent in case of a negative bit? In the previous example, what has happened? 1 is actually significant, it's a non-significant bit, but here you got a 0, which is the positive bit. Are you getting it? If you are getting in the last most significant bit, after removing also if you are getting 1, that means it's a negative bit. The same thing happened here. So, after removal also I got some significant bit, that is negative bit. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is about binary subtraction, right? Binary multiplication. Okay. This multiplication is mostly used in multiplication and addition are the two things that are mostly used in all fundamental gates, right? The first one is 0 cross 0 would be 0, 0 into 1 is also 0, 0 into 1 into 0 would be 0. Only one combination you got high as output. Okay. Similarly, when you are adding 2 bits, what has happened? At least one significant bit, if it is 1, the output is high. Clear? If at least one significant bit is 1, it is high. But here also this is 1 0, isn't it? There is also one significant high. At least one input should be high in order to get a output high. Okay. This is the important thing with addition. At least one bit should be high, right? Either A or B should be 1, then only you will get 1. Okay. But in case of multiplication, it is exactly what? Both the things should be high, then only you will get a high output. Okay. Both you will get a, if both are high, then only you will get a highest output, right? Clear till now? Okay, we will perform some fundamental multiplication. 15 cross 5, how much is the answer? Guys, please respond. 15 cross 5, 75, isn't it?
75.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
multiplication will happen in a very simple format, right? First thing is convert this into binary. Convert these two things into equivalent binary. Remove all the significant zeros on the leftmost side. Binary conversion I am taking 8 bit, you can take 16 bit also, there is nothing wrong. Here also you can take 16 bit, here I am taking 8 bit. That means for representing 1 also I will write 0 0 0 0 7 times, and at the end only I will write 1, that is 8 bit significant representation. Okay. Here also I have taken 8 bit significant representation, that means 8 bit I will use to represent 5 or 15, right. Remove the extreme most bits or extreme significant zeros, do not remove ones. If there is 1 here, you should not remove, keep this thing into point, like Then you can start multiplying with the first number, that is 1 into the whole number. Shift a bit, 1 bit this side, right? That is 1 into 4 ones, that will become 4 ones, followed by multiply with the second bit, okay? Then shift it to 1 bit left side. Similarly, same regular like R multiplication only, it is the same thing. Multiplication is nothing but multiplying one bit followed by the other bit followed by the other bit. Similarly, shift it bit by bit, right? Similar case it is 1, shift it by 2 bits, okay? Add them together, okay? When you add them together, you will get a simple decimal number. When you just convert it back to decimal form, you will get a decimal output. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
So just check this activity. Check this activity and then check the equivalency. This should be 36, okay? Like that you check for equivalency, right? This is the activity. Now okay. Now what do you mean by a logic? Any logic gate you take, it got one or many inputs, okay? Preferably 2 or more inputs, okay? But the probability of getting output as high or low will be in only 2 states, okay? So every logic gate, okay, every logic gate will have a common output called as Z, okay, except for this particular NOT gate. I will tell you what is the significance of NOT gate. So AND gate, okay, AND gate, the name itself will tell X and Y. You just keep it in this way, X and Y. If both are there, then only my output will be high. That means you take X and Y as 2 combinations. How many possibilities will get when you have two inputs? 2 inputs, 2 to the power of 2, okay? If n is input, okay, n to the power of 2 will be combinations. If I am getting 3 X, Y, Z and output is O, in that case I will get 3 to the power of 2, okay, 9 combinations you will get when you have 3 inputs, okay? Here in this case X and Y are the inputs, Z is the output. In AND gate, very simple gate, very easy to understand, it is nothing but a multiplication, okay? That means whenever X and Y together are there, in that condition only my output will be high, okay, or the output Z will be high in this case, right? You got 2 combinations, that is 0 and 0, where the output is 0, that is 0 into 0, right? Multiplication. 0 into 1, in that case also it is 0. 1 into 0, in that case also it is 0. 1 into 1, in that case alone you got output as high, right? Right, the rest all cases the output is low. Clear? Did you understand this gate? The number of combinations of this depends upon the inputs only. Always by default the output will be only one output. In this case I can add one more input also, but when you are applying the logic, okay, the output will remain still the 1, right? Then similarly OR gate, the name itself will tell X or Y, X or Y. That means either one input is high, my output will go high, okay? In this case also there are 2 inputs X and Y, and you got Z as the output. The combinations would be 4, that is X, Y, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. These are the 4 possible combinations, where in the first case the output will remain 0, rest all cases the output will be high, that is 0 and 1 you got high. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1, 0, right? The 0 is actually not considered here in this case, right? In the previous case, while doing addition and all, this side thing is not considered, just keep that in mind, or subtraction, leftmost is not considered, but in this case the leftmost is considered. Clear? Similarly, NOT is nothing but a complement. We have done once complement in the previous example, right? So that is nothing but complement. If you are giving 0, you will get 1. If you are giving 1, you will get 0. So in that case, since it is only one output, okay, 1 to the power of 2, that will become 2 possible combinations. Are you getting it? Okay, but technically sir, 1 square is also 1, how you are making 2, okay? So technically you do not consider any combinational logic here, okay? So, you will get only two combinations, either 0 or 1, you will get equivalent 1 and 0. If I add a NOT gate, okay, if I add a NOT gate to this and this, they will become combinational gates, okay, they will become combinational gates. So, that is nothing but NAND is nothing but AND plus NOT, that becomes NAND gate. NAND is nothing but AND plus NOT, that is the whole thing will get complemented, right. How will you do, how will you identify this NAND gate, okay, right. So, how will you differentiate NAND and AND gate? NAND gate will not have a bubble here, okay, but sorry, AND gate will not have a bubble here, whereas NAND gate will have a bubble here. That is how symbolically you differentiate, okay. So, the same thing can be written as, this is AND gate, two inputs, you got one output, you apply it to a NOT gate. Very simple to solve, you solve and then complement it, that becomes NAND, okay. So, in NAND gate also you got two inputs or multiple inputs, output will remain the one, x and y we got four combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So, here 0 into 0 should be become 0, no, technically in AND logic, and when you are complementing 0 here, this is Z complement technically. If you write Z, okay, that is AND gates logic, that is 0 0 0 and 1, am I correct? So, when you are complementing this, so 0 complement is 1, 0 complement is 1, 0 complement is 1 and 1's complement is 0. It is exactly a replica with of AND gate with an addition of NOT logic, very simple. Similarly, NOR gate and OR gate are exactly a negotiation, that is negation, not negotiation, negation, okay. So, here also you do not have bubble in case of OR gate, but in NOR gate you got a bubble, okay. So, that is how you realize the NOR gate. In NOR gate it is exactly complement of OR, that means for all combinations wherever you have 1, okay, you will get 0, but non 0, that is non 1 will be 1. Clear? Any doubts till now? Okay.
No, sir.
We will move on to the next possible gate, that is XOR and XNOR. Okay. Keep that in mind. X stands for exclusive. Exclusive. Exclusive for what? For one condition. For one condition. That exclusiveness in case of XOR gate is when both are equal, that is you will get two combinations as equal combinations, that is 0 0 and 1 1. 0 0 is one combination which where both are equal, and 1 1 is the combination where they got both are equal, okay. So, in that conditions alone you will get output as 0, rest all cases it will be high. XNOR also it is the same thing, but here when both inputs are different, that is x is 0 and y is 1, or x is 1 and y is 0, in these two combinations you will get output as 0. This is exclusive NOR gate, this is exclusive OR gate. Do you understand? But how to write exclusive NOR and exclusive OR gate is when you just split it up, okay. This symbol is exclusively exclusive OR symbol, this is just OR symbol, okay. When you just circle it, that will become exclusive OR gate, right. Any doubts in this? Okay. Similarly, exclusive NOR is also same thing, exclusive NOR condition, same NOR but with this same and same OR with the exclusive condition. How will you write this thing? How will you write this exclusive condition? Okay. So, that part we will discuss when combination logics will come. First you keep a reminder of these two outputs alone, okay. Here there are two different outputs for NOR, then only the output will be 0, rest all conditions it is 1. Here when both inputs are equal you will get 0, Okay, when two inputs are different, you will get a different output, which is sorry, one as output. Okay, common things output as 0, uncommon things output as 0. Keep this kind of tick mark when you are reading through the subject. Okay. So now we will start doing with realization of Boolean functions, but before that I would like to introduce a laboratory session. After that we will come back for realization of the Boolean formulas.